Do you prefer coffee or tea?
I don't prefer coffee or tea. I prefer juice because it tastes sweeter. How about you?
Me? Oh, tea. Definitely. My name is Purple, an international student from China. Life in Canada is great, but it is not always like home. Coffee, for instance, is one of the earliest conflicts I found here. Back home, my life is filled with tea and it is always slow and relaxing. It's always about enjoying the moment and having a conversation with people you are having tea with. Coffee is so fast and intense for me. I see it more like a transaction. People are always on the go. They grab and leave, but not slowing down and enjoying the moment. So I went on a quest, exploring the modern world of cafes, contrasting them with the formalities of Chinese tea houses, trying to learn why this is the social preference and why coffee is not my cup of tea. First, I need to find out why I am so into tea. So I sat down with my teammates and talked about it. After a couple rounds of tea, we found out the reason why we love tea so much. One of the main reasons is tea is a part of Chinese culture, and we feel we have this obligation to know it and pass it on. Also, because tea is so deep inside Chinese culture, we grow up drinking tea. We got so used to tea, so it already became a habit, became part of us. And since it is already a huge part of our culture, it makes sense that it became a media for people to talk and connect with each other. With that figured out, I started to think that coffee might not be so different than tea. Coffee has to have a slow side and a similar culture like tea. There must be someone who are as passionate about coffee as I am about tea. That's when I found Nate at Canoon Coffee.
Thanks for talking with me, Don.
Of course. Yeah, thank you for reaching out to me. I love to talk about coffee.
What's the difference between this and the Starbucks coffee that we can get?
Well, I think that the difference between us and Starbucks coffee would be that Starbucks know how to get coffee to people quickly, and they know how to be consistent with the taste of their coffee. With that, a lot of the time you lose the kind of human connection and even the connection with the coffee. But what we love to do the most is tell people about the farmers who grew these coffees. We like to talk about the different kind of soil that it was grown in and the elevation and how all of those different factors can give a completely different tasting coffee. And then you can have a moment where you are almost transported to a completely different country, to a completely different culture, just for a minute. and just slow down and have those connections instead of just always being on our phones or always, going from this place to that place, from this business meeting to that business meeting. We want it to be able to be a place where anybody can come and learn and ask questions and feel like they belong. Well, I think that a lot of it is borrowed from Chinese tea culture, because a lot of people have been noticing how everything's so fast that nobody has time to just take a second and breathe or talk to another person. And that's where I think we have so much to learn from Chinese tea culture, from Chinese culture in general, places that, slow down just a second just to enjoy something with another human being.
This is still tea. I still prefer tea. But I don't think coffee is a transaction anymore. Maybe that's just the vibe at the university. And if I do want a cup of coffee the slow way, I know where to go.